Waffle House shooter Travis Ranking will serve all of his sentences consecutively. WSMV's Tosin Fakile was in the courtroom for what's expected to be a last sentencing in this trial.
The DA's office says the total sentencing the judge gave today totaled about 114 years in prison that Travis Ranking will serve. The judge also ruled that he will serve consecutively this sentence and the previous sentence. And this sentencing ruling is one victims hoped for.
Consecutive sentencing is appropriate, and that will become the judgment of the court.
The last chapter, I'm happy it's not happy, but glad that it's over.
It's not an emotional closure, it's a closure of the trial being hopefully over with. We not having to come back to any more hearings.
Survivors and victims' family members were grateful for the judge's ruling. But before that point,
I've been sentenced to a life of sadness.
Emotional statements about how April 22nd, 2018 changed their lives.
I have been to funerals before, but going to any funeral is completely different than having to sit in the front row at a funeral. I hate talking about this day.
My sons won't ever get to see their little brother again.
I not only lost Achilles, I lost my physical ability with my leg in everyday life.
For some family members, this was the first time speaking.
Me and my family have to push through 1,546 days of pain, 4 years, 2 months, and 24 days of depression.
Some even speaking directly to Ranking.
I want this to be the very last day that I ever have to sit in a courtroom and look at you.
I may have been stripped of my career, my body, and my best friend, but you cannot break my soul.
Despite the emotions, Ranking's victims were clear on their request of the judge.
I pray that he is sentenced to the maximum time allowed with enhancements to be run consecutively. James Shaw, Kayla Shaw, Tia Wagner, Torian Sunderland, Joe Perez, Aquila Da Silva, Diemny Groves, and I deserve that much. Thank you.
The judge considered several things before making the consecutive sentence, including reading excerpts from Ranking's journal. Ranking will serve 4 consecutive life sentences without parole, plus the 114 years, us according to the DA's office. Back to you.
Oh, very emotional, Tosin, thank you. Today's sentencing was likely the final chapter of this 4-year case. To read all of our coverage since that tragic day in 2018, you can read it now on our website and in the free WSMV app.